rate on Ascent. It's crazy to me that Wolves have picked this map against them. Utter confidence from them. Jemkin, not the way he was looking to start on the international stage. Sufat's arguably more acclimated. And confidently, he's taken that mid-control.
Pop flash from to this A site, anchored by multiple players.
Spike down A.
Talk about stopping power. Crazy guy hits him like a Mack truck. Why are you going to start to inch forward now? So over you two to try and light the side, but Monyet springs out there from Gen. Why are you able to deliver? Allows Juicy to move right on up. Clear that dart. YU was revealed. Shot dart could account for him here, and bam! That's a connection from Cushy. Drops down for a second. The Wolves. Oh, bro, now. Contact from B main. Xperia has to tuck here in logs. Unaffected as well by that, grab net, but YU's able to deal with him. Even through that cyber cage, and on to the site we go. Switch room taking control. Now that push-up Speedway is going to reveal Jemkin tucked in the corner. Hang about. Okay, something's brewing. Spring able to deal with Monyet, and it's on Crazy Guy. Nothing but a classic fragment. And has himself a flash to work with, but Spring has the better weapon.
Down just a clear back wine.
There's an encounter brewing here. Jemkin and Juicy. Oh, buddy, that is clean as a whistle.
And it's moments like that to give you an idea as to how Jemkin was able to rack up 137 first kills, far and away the leader in that category.
Yep, number two in first kills in Pacific was 85.
Man, YU though, crucial kill on the opposite side of the map, gets the neural theft off as well. They may just want to accelerate into this site. It's only Xperia to anchor in the back. They can overwhelm him with numbers.
He's in an awkward spot, caught the grab man and was pulling it off him. Clearly not ready for that burst of pace from Wolves. That's going to crack the B side open. Monyet forced off to the right. Spring tries to hold him in places. Paranoia comes in.
Spring not going to overplay his hand either. Just stay alive. Be a presence in market that will eventually need to be dealt with. Jemkin wants to do just that. Isolate this door. It's tucked to the corner. Shot in the back.
Massively exposed. And where was the trade? RRQ went set up there over towards defense. All trying to outmaneuver the defenders. RRQ have gotten into the side at least. Pushing in that Gen direction now. Jemkin already out of the picture, and Juicy from hell is going to emerge like Cerberus. That will be cleaned up pretty comfortably.
Wolves do have any intention here of going towards mid. Oh wow, engagement on. Yeah, just isolate Spring.
There was a 0 point that revealed the Omen stuck in the corner. There was no escape for him, no paranoia either.
It's a critical first kill. RRQ weren't able to convert on the last round where they had a first kill, but they're going to need to do it here with this maxed out investment they have into the round.
Juicy sees it all here on the B side, opts to stick it and fight inside of it because he wants to push up and get the drop on him, and eventually the double face from RRQ will derail things. A second, Lysor picked up, Jemkin's off, finally starts to sing. And here's the RRQ we've all been...
Opted to post up with this operator towards A main, has an idea that there could be someone going for the jump up, just the angle. Timing is brutal.
Spring in these early encounters has been so impactful. Against the star player of the opponent, he had seconds number on that split game as well.
Listen, Monyet has serious confidence. RRQ have taken full control of B main with 2 players. Wolves want to get into the site now, lacking the smokes, taking the opportunities they can. Snoop back, getting pressure.
Bad, dangerous. Oh, we got it. One. Can't be upset about that. Lysor, though, this is a little belated. RRQ hear that Annihilation coming. They basically clear the area. There's a catch on Cushy. That would have been quite something. He does show himself. Monyet, though, has his line. Juicy swings into more players than he expects, and this Crazy Guy ready to lock it down on the B side. Again, it's that same wander-up catwalk by Juicy. But he might look to ask for more! That's unfortunate, Crazy Guy. Pockets the only an inopportune moment, but Cushy doubles down. That is ferocious. From spawn, Hunter's Fury yields 2 kills. And RRQ have absolutely stabilized this round after losing Crazy Guy early.
Absolutely stunning. All last 2 players inevitable into RRQ here.
30 seconds left.
That 0 point timing for Crazy Guy is going to be pretty important. Worried about facing down at util. Spring gets a little bit
should do him.
Hunter's Fury time now. Sufat's going to let that one rip, but there's actually no one on the B side itself. All of RRQ are basically playing off of it in their entirety, and Crazy Guy got brought down.
tough to res Monget, who teleported away to safety, is actually able to bring Crazy Guy back up. 12 seconds. Spike needs to be planted right now. Still isn't being tapped. Finally, from Sufa. RRQ ready to go for this man advancing. Retake pop flash over the top. Jemkin has the Blade Storm out. Ready to get active, ready to create space.
Gonna go on with the Owl drone as well. That sees nothing on Speedway. Jemkin needs to deal with these entrenched anchor players. But Juicy handles him. Monget's starting to make some progress here, but Xfero and Crazy Guy are dealt with on the B side. Now it's just a Speedway presence for RRQ. Monget and Cushy. First three, and they are inside that grav net. It would have been curtains for him quickly. Jemkin needs this. Good start for the team, and YU's head is gripped clean off.
Certainly it didn't work out on the prior. Juicy committing to the side tripwire. Dangerously close.
Oh, buddy, they know he's coming. Gravnet, yeah, sure, gets used over towards Boathouse, but RRQ can recover.
30 seconds
There's
left.
a TP forward. You saw that from Spring, right at the edge of the smoke. Watched by two, but his wrap angle is not covered adequately by Cushy. Xfero has to deal with it himself. Here comes a second wave now of retakers. Still no plan.
Monget does have a paranoia to get back in. That's a significant piece of utility for RRQ. Both dark covers used. Jemkin wants to get in here. Exchanges, gets the rifle, throws the op to Monget.
Paranoia, Spring sees it coming and still can't stop Crazy Guy. Too fat. No, Crazy Guy is low, and it's on Monget. Oh, just swings the right, but Sufat unaware. Try to recon to light this one up. Sufat, the clutch!
B main, but now the execute is coming through. A barrier mesh recon going over the top. It's just a close-up. Crazy Guy dealt with by Juicy.
And he's in the side. Safe to say, Wolves have again achieved their objective. Very structured in the early to mid round. Clearing that util, working the map. See, Sufat never overextended on the B side, and now we can assist with the late flank. And it's unlikely rather that he...
When someone pushes out of main, Sufa is still covering that angle, finds a free isolated kill. The team are able to get into a very lightly held A.
Again, we know Wolves like to make use of all that round time, and Spring is rewarded for his patience.
YU, can he be caught?
He is well tucked. Xfero's knocking. Oh, finish! He had the knife in his hands! Oh, Jemkin at least
30 seconds.
can get involved. But RRQ are down to 3 now. They need to work their way in from upper. It's a fragment and then it's a grab net. Cushy caught in place.
Do they dare go for this 3-4? Look at the state of their economy. Sufa still with a Hunter's Fury. He got that up from planting the spike. I'm really in a great position to use it, however. Spam on the Crazy Guy. Cushy weak as well.
He's in on this side. Lysol leads. Nice.
Wants to fight this in main. He has Monget with him. Grab net comes down. Paranoia should get some big value.
Almost punished for that timing, but Jemkin was positioned forward in wide. And then he dimes on the attack to be an appropriate corpse.
The recon goes into market, but won't really help. There's still a triple mid. Xfero.
Spike down A.
He knew what was afoot. He knew what was coming.
And there's just no time left for Sufa. Pinged out as well. 12 seconds. This round is absolutely done. So RRQ, at the very least, managed to get themselves to 4 before we move on to the second half. But this was about to come in from RRQ. There's the dash in from Jemkin. Wants to get to switch. Door going to be closed. YU wins the first engagement.
YU's been on a heater this game. There's no other way to put it. And he's going to continue, apparently. Crazy Guy hit right between the eyes. Monget is at least able to handle the Cypher that they were waiting on. He's going to come up and attempt to plant. Lysol, Monget. Oh, gets off the line. Oh, that hurts. Monget had too much to look at and he'll be overwhelmed. Lysol.
Their debut in this same situation. Not playing hot with it. Coming into the game. Juicy tapping everybody down.
Will it blend? RRQ edition. The answer is yes. Crazy Guy straight into Spring's line of sight. Or rather,
qualified with bleed.
Against
Juicy
Jemkin.
on that team against Jemkin. This game is pretty story-rich. The histories between these players, and then they had those struggles with bleed in that debut season in Pacific. Had to go back to challengers, work his way back into
their road. It's his buy round that really has to be the start of all that. He's a pretty sizable bracket. Oh, Juicy. The temptation, of course.
Broken by Shock as well. Scaling now into the site for Wolves. They want to commit. They want to anchor.
Ah, why you lit up. That is perfect. Use of that recon util. Cushy going to capitalize on his own application of the recon in the middle of the smoke spring. Eventually will be pacified. Not before he takes his pound of flesh out of the game.
Sufat working his way through heaven, would love to accomplish getting
One
at
enemy
least
remaining.
a bit more damage, but it's not
Love
going
one
to
or two
happen.
more guns. Well, of course, that GravNet play didn't quite go off the way they planned it. Lysol will bathe in the blast. We'll get on with our lives. Round at number 16 coming at you.
Almost lacking smokes. Shadows. That kill was collected.
Okay, well, classic spring. Tries to jump out there, get a bit of a fight. Juicy trades. Lysol here with only a Guardian to work with and completely caught by that Hunter's Fury. Xvero just wants to...
Not going to happen. Recon, they're going to try to scale in. Time dwindling a bit.
They don't have the money for this. To risk these weapons here, they're going to go for it. Sufat here is committed, clearly. In for a penny, in for a pound, he says. Got the player inside tree, it's Jemkin who's going to show some leg here and be a little quicker on the trigger finger to boot. RRQ
being near enough to hear that pressure coming, RRQ will be happy to just get into this B site, which they're going to imagine will be later on.
Now, this example, of course, is against basically a full save, so I wouldn't write home about it, but that has been kind of the core of their play.
I'm sorry, Sufat blaming him.
It's Jemkin's individual brilliance that's allowed him to succeed in these situations prior. Null command coming out, Crazy Guy instantly knocked. This time Spring on a much safer line, deep on the A side, flattens the KO. Somewhat of a sell of this fake, I guess, as RRQ now turn their eyes over towards the B side of the map. There's going to be a player to Jemkin's immediate right. Crossing here could be dangerous. Spring has dealt now with that KO properly. And in comes the Cocoon. Nice little catch off the Annihilation here. And Wolves aren't really in a great position to help Juicy out. No, Jemkin got caught. Koshi pushes in a boathouse though. Up on numbers are RRQ. But YU and Spring, high school classmates, now have to put it together. 5 years of play together. They themselves have said they are on the same wavelength. Need to bail Wolves out here.
They were just a little bit too far away in the rotate, but they catch the first on Xfero. Monyet is so weak. Real opportunity to clutch things out.
Revealed there, pinged out by the neural theft. Big opening made here by YU. Cushy trying to keep Wolves at bay, but they are coming, and they've got a taste for blood. Cushy's third of the round. What a flick from YU. Nobody knows where Cushy was. It doesn't matter.
Able to stay alive for now.
Flash there just to keep him honest, to keep him further back from potential rotate. Crazy Guy was able to extract Sufat with consummate ease, but Juicy does disrupt things a little bit. That was a spike loose, but already recovered by Jemkin. It's why you look for a timing out of this spawn side. Jemkin went to hunt Juicy. And RRQ looking absolutely ruthless on this anti-eco round. Not giving a lot of opportunities here for Wolves to sort of double up, group up. Spring! Okay.
He heard the drop down. I'm surprised Xfero just kept the util out. He made sound.
Something to work with. With that smoke thrown out, Wolves will be allowed access here to the site.
And that is a gun recovered for Spring. He picks up that Vandal. Lysor gets one as well. Real opportunity all of a sudden.
Jemkin hoping to take this first contact effectively at Speedway, and Spring, unarmored as he is, will be handled. Jemkin has 3 for the round, and Crazy Guy will end it.
God, Jemkin is in so fast right now. Controlling all the space, taking a lot of damage, and Sufat just catches him out. In the meantime, the spike is working its way up. Cat just hoping to get a fake into the site. Sonic Sensor destroyed by that shock dart. They're trying to scale in.
What a timing for Lysor!
Spike down.
Shuts RRQ down instantly. Monyet can bail them out. But this has still now gotten very, very...
To try to pop out of the smoke, give some assistance to Monyet, who's stuck in hell.
Crazy Guy taking a little bit of damage here through this dark cover. Down to 5. It's getting dangerous, and there it is. YU knows exactly what the KO is. And here come Wolves back.
Get into the site. A lot of tripwires to deal with. Jemkin over the top.
This time Sufat isn't here to spray anyone down to play off any of that Cypher util. It's YU in the site. Just can't complete any kills.
Sufat just out of the way, narrowly. Do they try to go for this right now?
Might be a tough one. Monyet brought down. He was in B main. Spring is at least able to dig him out. So now there's not the risk of a backstab as Wolves try and hit the site.
They know they can just focus on the players here. Juicy wants to get down lane, peek from Xfero. He's undoing, but the shot goes wide.
Now though, RRQ been forced to play onto the side, but Jemkin is waiting for them. Fangs bared, blades out, ready to throw down. Deals with Sufat as well. Headshot off the knives. And there's no more time for Wolves to get in here. Jemkin will pursue them.
No charges left.
Blood in his eyes. Even so much that he take the clone down and perish to the blast. Back and forth now.
His life, he wants to post up in B main.
Hunter's Fury as well for Wolves. Oh, they catch one yet. And that's the controller out of the game.
In the meantime, what happened with Juicy? He tried to go for a peek in B main or was just holding the angle, but
Just straight up died. Did he leg Xfero?
yeah, it looks like he, wall shot legged him something. Worked his way into the site.
This timing is
Oh my
quick.
God, there's no way.
Too fat. Knife out.
The whip.
Xfero now needs to get busy on the site, but he knew his time was short after missing that engagement. B site is clear, but now it's handed over to A.
They feel like they just have to get in. RRQ, null command. Jemkin wants to make space. Crazy guy out in the open.
Awkward timing. Jemkin got pinged just as he jumped into that cloudburst. Lysol did fall. Cushy trying to get the res. He's trying to tease it. Spring looking for a timing. Crazy guy's back in the game. At least secures the trade. Cushy now 1v2.
He does bait him out. He gets the door down. Wants to take the duel, but Sufat wins the engagement. Cushy round when a hit comes in. Jemkin over the top. Top gen.
Cushy's going to clear hell now. Jemkin is on the side. Why you get lit? Oh, that's hurting for the defenders. Sufat though gets involved. He's on that upper side. Eventually traded out. RRQ player advantage.
Juicy flash through, but dark cover down. Do they dare find a timing to try to just pop flash out of this when the spike is going down? Now Juicy began to rotate towards tree.
This spot for Xfero is so good. Juicy's not ready for it. And that shuts down any chance of a split flood for the defenders. Spring found Jemkin, just picked him up out of nowhere, and Monyet spraying through the floorboard. Now this push through market, there's a belated approach for Xfero here in B main, and Juicy's definitely expecting him with the cyber cage up and on the side. Here come RRQ. Juicy's only got a short window. He's found two dimensional drifts. He's going to see it all and crucially get out alive. Sufat locks it down on the side, and RRQ collapsing in a screaming heap. Sufat tries to finish the job, but there's the annihilation. Straight into the spider's lair, RRQ wonder.
Still obscures some of those dangerous angles. Speaking of dangerous, Wolves. All the way pushing out of B.
All right, ends up being a 2-for-2. Lifesaw able to double down. Ah, yes. A good old classic clash of forces at the start of a pistol. Sufat is fortunately not able to draw a bead on Xfero.
Slowly shifting pieces in their roster as 2024 went on, and then Crazy Guy really being the final piece of the puzzle for them that has taken them to this next level that they could never reach in the past. Jemkin going to get another first kill to open up this anti-eco. That is his specialty as the rest of the team slowly make their way back. Yellow and... Oh,
wow, that might have been 2 taps, 2 headshots there. Wyatt?
Yeah, they were basically lined up. Okay.
Spike down B.
Trade that out, but that does just remove a ghost, so ultimately, doesn't matter.
Man, Wolves really want to fight these first couple rounds. Always sticking.
Wolves, and hearing that two-man retreat, RRQ feel very content to just take the space for free lightning fast trade from Monyet.
The lack of omen here for the defenders means they can't just throw that one way up a green again and slow this down. They lack that level of stall utility that RRQ has access to. Oh, Xfero gets the drop.
Oh, Spino ready for that. Push all the way through. It's a full commitment from Lysol, a very experienced player on this team. Time is dwindling so low. Pressure right now gets his.
Takes a shotgun to start with, but at least is able to find a 1-for-1. Dizzy out on the side. It's Jemkin. Vulnerable down to 47. Sees a wingman coming. Gets to see his breakfast the second time. B.
They are taking the time. Or Wolf's going to try to flood when this recon. Dizzy comes through as well. Why you on the duel? Jemkin, first blood.
And that position, Jemkin knows he gets a straight up 1v1 if it's only an individual player at Boiler, but Spring picks him off eventually. Viper's pit in the post plant. No Gecko to clear this either. Cover. No lockdown to force the attackers out of it. And that's all because Monyet got started so early.
No real utility at all for Wolves. It's going to come down to finding a timing in this pit, trying to root Monyet out.
Juicy assumes a position and Heaven Cyber doesn't quite have the chance for making the shot. Crazy Guy makes it count. We're not going B. He knows it's a fake. Just push up pretty close with his pistol. Won't go well.
That went off that RRQ. No to accelerate. This is going to be a free plant. Cushy has the spike, going to get the Hunter's Fury to have that for the next buy round. Things are looking good for RRQ. Would be shocked if they lose too many guns in this situation at all either.
I mean, the level of meticulous that RRQ have taken into this basically full anti-eco round is pretty astounding. They know how important it is.
Main.
Oh, okay, crazy guy. I know we saw that.
Remaining.
YU Sheriff will detain, and then he will perish to the blast.
So also is Jemkin trying to sell his presence on A. There are rotates being drawn over there, and now that's why you just be caught in the open. It's not even a trade. You can't find one.
Okay, that off for Juicy. Had to find some value this round, and so it does.
B-Main meet up with the rest of the pack. Juicy pressuring back yellow. Here comes that Hunter's Fury. Has to take out the lockdown.
He knows where Xfero has to stand in theory in the back corner, but Xfero is able to win it out.
Standing.
Unclear how he manages to pull that off. But either way, it's backbreaking for Wolves to suffer that double there.
Qeon is prepped and ready.
Going for it. Tailwind forward, wants to take the fight. Easily handles YU. Goes a little bit low.
Here.
This is more than enough for RRQ so far. Once again, respecting these anti-eco situations they're forced to play into. Able to shove Juicy off the line. The Blade Storm is awkwardly applied. Juicy can't get value when Jemkin knows he's going to be coming from the left. Ban ultimates in these anti-eco scenarios. They don't care. They respect Wolves' capacity on rounds like this just as much as any other, apparently. Flawless round for RRQ.
Theater ultimates that Wolves will have to make a real go at this retake.
The plan for YU. Okay, Juicy's able to pick Monyet off. Xfero's tucked here. Juicy suspects it, but he's been showing barrel this entire time. Some span through the walls. In fact, gives himself away, but Xfero wants a bit more of it towards the snowman direction. This time, though, Wolves finding some success in his post plant. Ping on Crazy Guy now, and he's going to have to face the music. Eventually, Wolves going to come to collect. And already that defuse gets started. YU pushes on up.
A single ult yet.
No one from Wolves is in this kitchen or slope area. Move up there from Spring. You kind of see there's something funky happening in mid.
Spring is miles. Oh, that
God!
Lethal shot onto Monia. That was
with a Phantom.
So fast, just as he rounded that corner.
It was really just playing back into the map.
This is looking quite disastrous for RRQ. They're trying to now just slowly creep into this A site. Spring is hungry for more, but shut down by Jemkin. Opportunity to get, wants to be the X Factor. He's working his way up mid on this flank.
Chillfat's watching for it though. I don't think Xfero has the timing here he was hoping for. There's a Thrash. Then there's a player on 410. They drop down. Jemkin in the site though. He's fighting for his life. White's already headshot and Cushy on the move up, catches out YU. Now we're down to 2 players for Wolves and they've got to make something happen. Hunter's Fury collects nothing. Tucked is Cushy. Juicy from above descends on him. Shorty claims him. And now Jemkin doesn't have the line. He doesn't have a shot on the spike. Gets rid of Juicy, but Superfat is on there. And is able to just win it out. Time is on their side.
Oh my God, dangerous. Swings into Jemkin, never want to do that.
He has to take that risk because there's no turret to take contact of Tube, so you can't swing off that.
Right here.
He does actually send out the drone to re-clear Tube, doesn't spot anyone, doesn't see anyone going under Tube. Juicy will now have an opportunity to open this round up. Drone is not going to spot him.
This is dangerous, very dangerous for Juicy. He is in the lion's den, and he's just able to get out somehow. Low is YU. Monyet runs into him. Here's a burst of pace from RRQ, and Juicy at 8 health still is able to lock it down. As Jemkin taken out of the game. Juicy knows he's going to get pushed around a corner, and Cushy does finally fell him. RRQ have found the opening they need, and Monyet has a timing from upper. It's on Lightsaw. Passively watching mid for much of the round. He's got a sixth sense about that mid push, but the timing doesn't favor him. He still wins it out. 16 points of health. And Lightsaw is in a 1 versus 1 against Cushy.
That is a brutal whiff. Does Cushy just want to swing out? Does he want to take a timing right now?
Lightsaw sees him coming. And unfortunately, he's not fast enough. This is shaping up to be a heck of a half from RRQ. Juicy has to get off that line basically instantly. Wayward Sheriff shot, and Jemkin says, right, well, it's time for me to go to work. I have the sickle. You are the crops that I'm about to reap. Naturally on for the ace as Wolves do not want to feed another Blade Storm over to Jemkin. So they wait.
Enemy remaining.
Jenkins starts to close in, and they know. Juicy says no.
That choke on screens, Monya could run forward, deal with that, but now I'm looking at the double flank from Wolves. Super aware. What is this teleport from Crazy Guy, man?
The deck stacked against Wolves here, but they're able to find a way in. YU's found his second. Cushy can't quite hold the line. It's going to be Spring who finds the trade. Now on the side of the blade storm, it's Juicy. He's looking for more, and I can't believe it. Deck might have been stacked against them, but Wolves draw a Joker. And that's all they need. 4 rounds on this defense side, not too shabby.
To accelerate, but there are 3 players from RRQ, and they're looking intentional with anchoring. They want to fight.
He got cleared. Here's Juicy though from Dice. Good little headshot to get him opened up. The Crazy Guy found 2. It doesn't matter. Wolves have the numbers to overwhelm RRQ with some great openers. Should be in a position now to stick the landing. It's on Monyet.
Just look at the death markers there. Everyone from RRQ wanted to flood in, but Wolves winning out the duels.
They're never got a chance to really flood adequately off that rafter position. The pace from Wolves had them really still on the start. Inching over towards Pipes because she shows a bit of leg takes damage for it. They've got to know that Jemkin is here. They're checking for it, and the Jay's gone.
I mean, they are basically backgrounds.
Much more structured than we expected them to be coming in this tournament, especially in that online. Sparrow's got snuck around on a timing. He's had to reveal himself there to take Lysor out of the game. Sufat is low. Handles the Killjoy.
Oh, and Juicy. Nice final shot. Was worried about Sufat first. He's slow around him.
It's got to be a headshot, though.
Why you spotted out. A little bit of damage.
He got softened up from that first engagement. So
a lot of one-ways, giving his team something to work off of.
He's pushing under some pressure now. Just flattened by Dizzy. Couldn't see a damn thing. Juicy's actually opted to take up the Guardian here. They'll be on this A side. Look how meticulous they are. Also, the push-up too might be illuminating for Lysor.
30 seconds left.
Just this team taking their time. RRQ want to get in there, letting the wingman get the spike down. Lysor just chilling on the flank, doesn't even need to be
for free. The turret's not there to see him out. There was no way. Flowing. Patient here. This approach is Aldrone likely to reveal, some positioning. Kuchi's down. Jemkin wants to stick around. It ends up being to his detriment also. Back.
No more.
Comfortably converts, and now RRQ, really don't have much to work with. They are run ragged. On this A side, it's just Crazy Guy. Best he can hope for here is some kind of odd timing. Juicy is not going to give him an inch, baby. No longer get that free information in mid.
Yeah, they want to be able to at least feign that they can pressure towards mid. Jemkin doing what he's been doing on this prior. Best tool that they've got available right now.
Going to help them clear yellow, potentially. They're already pinging over in that direction. Juicy in on the side. That's troublesome for Monyet. There it is. Okay, so Spring is picked up, and that also turns off the Viper Wall for later. Juicy now knows he's going to get multi-swung on this corner. It's getting a little bit close. Oh, no! It's a disaster for RRQ. And Cushy now just steps up to the side and knows he's virtually cooked here. Gets it to half, has to fight for his life. One more tap and he'll have it. Sufat doesn't give him the full kit and caboodle, though. He won't give him an inch.
Jemkin has picked up that hero Vandal, intentions of fighting all of RRQ here. They swing out together, but the weapons are good enough to shut down by Wolves.
Decent enough, I suppose, for a buy of this nature. Monyet giving him hell. Attack Sparrow with only a Sheriff. And blinking, he'll miss it. You see, into Nest. Crazy Guy doesn't have a chance to get eyes on him now. Juicy appears out of nowhere in the low ground. And Jemkin was forced off the side with his op. Desperately trying to get this weapon in his hands. And he's put it to use against Spring, but he remains on the outside looking in. And now Juicy is not done! Cutting a bloody swap through all of RRQ, such that Monyet at 5 health. And Juicy doesn't really want to test it, despite RRQ being on a weaker buy. Spring also could try and... Bro, what? The mosh pit for Crazy Guy!
Scramble, fear the oncoming hit. Get into bad position. Sufat ready to swing. The lockdown is coming through. What a kill from Cushy.
Traded out. It's going to be a lockdown for the attack side as well. Both are going to be active. Wingman's going to go and try and get a plant down, and Spring tries to get involved from mid. Juicy is there! And it's on Monyet!
They even offer him that opportunity.
Now they know exactly where Monyet is. Over to the sky, there's an attack, but Juicy delivers yet again!
A prospect coming out of Pacific is... He has been unreal. Crazy Guy forced back by the Dizzy, and it's Juicy over top again.
And it's on Jemkin.
Juicy kept at bay temporarily.
Good patience. Pinged out by the recon bot and doesn't want to try and push the issue, but Cushy's already out of the picture. Sufat is chilling on the nano swarm. Wants to get that space. Why are you coming forward and now it's getting a little bit sloppy? Monyet and Xfero, last two
One
standing.
enemy remaining.
And it's all on Xfero to keep RRQ in the upper bracket. They don't always hear. Sufat down on the timing. This will have Lysor's head on a swivel though. Turret to play with. All of his util at his disposal. Can Xfero solve the puzzle? Around the corner, Lysor and Juicy doubled up. Juicy in a position to trade should Lysor get information on Xfero's spot. He's on the move! And RRQ trying to run with the Wolves!